So I'm trying to figure out which video to do first. Because for the big ass juicy one that I have, like, it's so juicy. Like, I have notes, okay? But I don't feel like I'm ready to be in this kind of exposure yet, because see, this is what happens when you get out of fucking character, man. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Jessie and welcome back to Jay's Play. So for this video I really did have a juicy ass story time, but then I really had to like take a minute and sit here and think about it, because I was like reading through all of it and I was like, do I really want to put myself in this position right now? Like this is gonna be my second video. Like, no, not yet, but stay tuned because we will have some juicy stuff. Like, it's so juicy I took notes on it. Like, I had to write the whole story down. I put bulletins, this and that. Like, okay. Okay. So today's story, I'm just gonna talk about there was this hookah lounge I used to work for. I'm sorry, Mom, because she doesn't really know about this. It was an under the table job. Whenever I needed some money, I just showed up and was like, yo, I'm working tonight. And that's just how it was. Now I'm pretty sure like this place is shut down, so if I do say the name, oh fucking well, I really don't care. It's not even in my city anyways. It's like up north, so it doesn't matter to me. So there was this guy, and I'm gonna call him by his name because everybody knows an Ahmed who works at a fucking hookah lounge. So the owner of the hookah lounge, his name was Ahmed, and he was like 27, maybe around 30. He was in his late 20s, early 30s, and he wasn't bad looking, not my taste, but that does have to be thrown in there. I was using him. Like, let's just throw that out there. Sorry, Ahmed, if you're watching this. Hi. Anytime I would come in, I would work, you know, I would serve hookah, get them ready, I would play with the coals, swing around in a little basket. Most of the time I was just drinking and like picking up after people, because that's just what you do when you want to get some quick money real quick, right? So he thought I was 21. I wasn't. I just used my sister's ID. I was like, yeah, that's it. That's a story from another time. How I got hired there is a story for another time. So on this particular day that I'm like talking about, like, I'm totally rambling because I'm like trying to like recollect the story, because like I literally sat down here to talk about a completely different story, and now I have to like remember a whole different story to tell y'all, because that's just how shit goes sometimes. Moving on. So I go into work this one day and I am at my friend's house, and I'm just not gonna name her for this video because I'm like working on a story time journal and I haven't given her name yet. So anyways, sorry. So I go into work this day. Me and my friend, we're just gonna call her Ginger. Me and Ginger, we were walking in and we were like, hey, we're gonna work tonight. Ginger's gonna go to her job and then she's gonna come back and work for a little bit, and then we're gonna dip. So Ginger was working at a McDonald's, and she went off to work. She did her thing, and she only had a 4-hour shift, but we were trying to get some money for that night because when we went home, we wanted to like smoke and drink and get really fucked up. So she went to work. She obviously wasn't gonna be getting paid from her normal job that day. So when she came off of work to came and pick me up, this is where things get interesting. Okay, so I'm working through the whole 4 hours. Everything's lit. I'm on Snapchat, I'm messaging my friends, I'm talking to my people, you know, I'm wiping down tables, I'm wiping down booths, I'm cleaning up the little mouthpieces, and I am getting everything ready. Even at one point I was scraping out fruit. So Ginger comes in and she's taking off her work. She's getting ready to take off her work clothes. She's about to go in the bathroom and change, and then this guy comes up to us. He's like, hey, you guys work here like low key, right? And we're gonna call this guy Max. So Max is all talking to us, and he's like, I was wondering if I could buy you girls some drinks. He's like acting kind of weird, and like I don't know if y'all know what it's like when people are like fucked up on drugs, like coke, like cocaine drugs. Okay, like when they're doing that kind of stuff, they act like sporadically, and it's just kind of like the way that they come off is just kind of like stay over there, like, okay, you know. And so he was just like kind of like getting really close to us and just like asking us if he could buy us drinks. Like, hey, I was wondering if I could buy you drinks. Like, I was wondering if we could hang out. Like, I wanted to get to know you two. Like, you two seem chill. I see you here like every once in a while. Like, I want to get to know you, right? And we're like, yeah, sure, let's get to know you. We just want money, okay? So this is where shit gets weird. He's like, okay, so do you want to, like, leave? Like, do you want to leave? Like, we're going to go. We? Like, what do you mean, we? He's like, well, you know, we were just gonna go, like, all of us, like me, you, and your friend. We're gonna go where? Like, we're working. Where are you trying to take us? Well, you know, I was just wondering if and he's like doing this thing, like, kind of like, he's not like not doing this, but like, he was just like moving his like face and like talking like really fast and kind of like just doing this thing, like this kind of like he was tweaked out. He was just doing this thing, and I felt uncomfortable low key, but I was trying to finesse him, right? So he's just like, yeah, I mean, I have some money and I just want to have a good night, like blah blah blah. And we're like, we need to get our money first. Like, we need to get our shit first. Like, we didn't say that to him, but like we were kind of like looking at each other like on the same page, but we like needed to get our shit first. Like, we came here to do something specific so that when we were done, we can do something specific. You feel me? And I'm not gonna say like exactly what we did that night, but we we left with him. So we left with Max, and he's like, hi, like, I just want to say, like, my name is Max, like, I have a lot of money, and he just kept telling us he had a lot of money, so I was, like, interested, right? And, he was like, yeah, so this is my car over here. And so we go up to this car, and it's a Volvo, and I don't know if you've seen any nice looking Volvos. Like, I have money worth looking Volvos, because I haven't. Not one. And that should have been, like, him and his, like, little tweaking ass should have been a red flag to me, but if that wasn't, his car should have been. But for some reason, we were like, oh, okay, like, where do you want to go? Like, we'll meet you there. I mean, at least we were smart enough to take our own car. At least we were smart enough to take our own car. You feel me? But we ended up meeting him at this beach, and like I said, we were up north, so we were up towards like a little bit past Escondido. Like, I guess we were like in like kind of in Oceanside, and there's this like area, and I don't know if you would know, like, if you are from Oceanside, you would probably know. There's this, like, small, beachy, tweakery area of Escondido that borderlines into Oceanside, and there's, like, this little bridge area, and that's where he, like, dropped the pin. So we met him there, and, like, as soon as he sent me the pin to my phone, I just already knew, like, no. But anyways, we did. So we drove down there, and there's this, like, okay, so here are the rail tracks. And then right next to that is this cul-de-sac. Well, it's not exactly a cul-de-sac, but it's like, it's a cul-de-sac. And then the next street over on the other side is, like, on the other side of the railroad, there's a little bridge. And that's the, like, bridge that kind of, like, it doesn't exactly separate, like, Oceanside and Escondido, but if you were to go on one side of the bridge and go on Snapchat, it says Escondido, but you go on the other side and go on Snapchat, it says Oceanside. So, therefore, it separates them, okay? Snapchat says so. Anyways, so at night, if you go there, and if you know what I'm talking about, you already know that it's filled with homeless people, like, it's filled with sketchy people. Like, if you're trying to get high and you don't have shit to your name and you live in North County, that is where you go. Or, like, not in North County, because it's not even in San Diego. But, like, if you live up in that area, that is where you go. Right? So we're sitting there, we're waiting for him, and we're looking for his beat up Volvo, and he's not there yet. He's like, I'm getting some stuff, like, I just thought I would pick it up on the way there. Like, what do you, like, we're still kind of, like, confused. We're not sure what this fool is on. Like, we weren't necessarily trying to do his drugs. We were just trying to get some money. Like, we wanted to smoke some weed. I'm gonna throw this out here right now. This is not really something we talk about on my channel. It's not something we will be talking about on my channel, but I do not do drugs. I don't even feel comfortable, like, look, do you see my goosebumps? I don't feel comfortable talking about drugs, and I do not do drugs. I do have experience with them, but I no longer do drugs. I do smoke weed, I have my medical card, and that is all we're gonna say. Anyways, I do not do or condone drugs. That is the whole point of saying that, though. So we were just trying to, like, you know, do our own thing, but take this fool's money. Well, we're waiting for him, we're sitting in the car, and then we're just, like, kind of, like, watching these people, because we see these people, like, up in the distance, and they're, like, by, like, where you would go to go under the bridge, but they're not going under the bridge, they're just standing there. And our windows are rolled down, and we're smoking a pre-roll because that's all we had, and we can hear them talking because they're not that far away from us. And then you hear the dude is like, yeah, so Max said he's bringing a couple girls over, so we're waiting for the girls, I guess. And I'm like, did you hear that? Like, what the fuck is going on? Right? Because this all just sounds weird. Like, I know you're sitting here and you're probably like, what's the point? I don't, just wait, because, like, it's weird. So we're listening, like, I'm listening to the conversation, and I'm like, Ginger, like, listen. And they're like, yeah, like, my, Max is coming with the P, like, he's bringing girls, like, they're meeting him here, blah, 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 blah. And then I didn't know what P was, but it's meth. Do not do meth. Do not do meth. I do not do it, and I'm telling you not to do it, okay? So then we were just kind of like, oh. And we were sitting there, and we were like, they're on meth. Like, this is really what they're fucked up on. And then I'm like, yo, I'm like, Ginger, is this really worth it? Because if you're doing meth, how much money could you really have? And we just kind of looked at each other and we were just like, yo, like, this ain't the place to be, like, let's just go. And so we go, she turns on the car, she's like, okay, we gonna get out of here, and we're pulling around, and we're turning in, like, the cul-de-sac. So we're gonna, like, and then as soon as we turn around, boom, there's Max. And his car's like this. So we can't really get past him because there's cars, like, parked on this side of the cul-de-sac and on the other side of the cul-de-sac. And Max's car is, like, right there. And he's, like, he gets out of the car and he's, like, standing at his door, like, where are you guys trying to go? Yeah, so we gotta go. Like, apparently there's an issue at the hookah lounge. Like, we didn't clock out properly. Oh, well, you know, Ahmed didn't really hire you guys like that. What? Well, you don't really work for the hookah lounge like that, so you don't clock in and out. And I'm like, yeah, but there's something that happened. Like, we just gotta go. We gotta talk to Ahmed. I was just talking to Ahmed. Like, I already told him y'all were leaving, blah, 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 blah. Like, Ahmed knew we were leaving. He was really cool with it. And, like, I didn't really know Ahmed, like, that bad. Okay? Like, I didn't even know, like, that Max knew Ahmed, okay? So, we're sitting there, like, really confused. I'm feeling really uncomfortable. And on top of that, like, my head hurt because of the J. Like, sometimes when I be smoking weed, it just give me a headache. It's a thing. It be like that sometimes. Oh, freaking well, right? But anyways, I was just like, yo, like, we gotta go. Like, I'm sorry. We can hang out another time. He's like, yeah, but y'all ain't trying to leave right now. Y'all ain't going nowhere. What? It's like, yeah, like, I was just thinking, like, y'all don't really need to be going anywhere. Like, here's the place to be. Like, you want to be with me. Like, you just want to hang out with us. And we were like, no, like, we gotta go. And then this fool was like, you're not going anywhere. And stood in front of our car, like. And so, Ginger, being the person that she is, like, scoots up a little bit. And he, like, kind of pushes back because, like, she literally, like, he was up against the car and she literally went, like, boop. And he's like, yo. He's like, what the fuck, Ginger? And she was like, how the fuck do you even know my name? He's like, well, Ahmed told me that you girls were going to hang out with me for the night. Blah, 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 blah. Like, blah, blah. Excuse me? Ahmed said, what? Like, imagine, like, just imagine this. Like, some dude that you don't, like, you know him, but you don't really know him like that. Like, you hang out with him a couple times, y'all smoked a couple times together, but you never been to his house. Okay? Like, it's that kind of thing. You don't know, like, you don't really know much about this dude, but you think, like, he's an okay dude, okay? He's trying to sell me. He's trying to sell us. Like, huh? What are you doing? Like, what did I do to you? Like, huh? And so, Ginger's mad. I'm mad. And she's like, yo, you need to get the fuck up off my car because I ain't about to be in trouble for running your ass over. Like, this is just not the thing to do. And I'm sitting here like, dude, what the fuck is, like, Ahmed just sold, like, is he trying to, like... So, he's on this side of the car. So he's on the driver's side of the car. She steers the car towards the passenger side. So she moves it this way and, like, is driving. And she's not going, like, too slow, but she's not going too fast. And she, like, pushes his car out of the way with her car. She's, like, moving his car. And so his car goes from being like this to being like that. He's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? That's my car. That's my car. That's my car. That's my car. Like, nigga, you drive an ugly-ass Volvo. What's up with you? Like, you think, like, you have all this money and shit, but you don't. Like, it was not worth it. It was just, like, it was a weird night. So after we left, we drove away, and that bitch drove. Like, she was like, like, okay, bye. And we called Ahmed. We were like, yo, what the fuck? Like, Max was over here. He was saying that you were over trying to sell us. And Ahmed was like, no. Like, I was just telling him that you were trying to have a good time with it. Like, it was like a whole ass altercation. We didn't end up quitting like right then and there. But there was like, we did some shit. We did some sneaky ass shit to get him back. And that's like, to be honest, a better story than this one. So I'll have that up like pretty soon, because what we did to get him back was really funny, because they also, like, it wasn't his dispensary, but it was like a friend's dispensary. So it was like they had the hookah lounge and then they had the dispensary. We got both of them. Well, it's a possibility the hookah lounge is still open, but we got that dispensary shut down. Well, Ginger wasn't a part of it because she was at work, but I got that shit shut down. So if you want to see that video, if you want to know what the fuck happened, stay tuned. Give me some comments. Like, please remember to subscribe and become a member of the J team, the J party. What's up? Because yeah, I have no idea where I'm going with this anymore, and I have a massive ass fucking headache. So enjoy the rest of your day and eat some noodles.